Welcome to the Meditation Nest, Bedtime Stories for Adults. I'm Beth Buttram, your host and narrator. Here, stories become gentle meditations, designed to help your thoughts unwind as you slow the tempo of your life and embrace the night ahead. I invite you to slow your breath, soften your thoughts, and find peace as you drift into rest. This is your time to rest, reflect, and dream. Tonight, I'm bringing you a story titled The Garden of Forgotten Things. It's a tender exploration of memory and renewal, where forgotten seeds bloom again in unexpected light. And with that, we'll begin. Behind the house, past the crooked fence and the leaning oak tree, there was a gate so old it barely held together. The wood was soft with moss, the hinges long since rusted, and most days no one noticed it at all. But sometimes, in the late hush of the afternoon, when the light turned honey gold, and the air felt heavy with stillness, the gate seemed to breathe. It wasn't the kind of place you'd find on a map. The path behind it had been forgotten years ago, swallowed by ivy and time. But if you pushed gently, the gate would open, and the scent of damp earth and wild mint would rise like memory. Beyond it lay the garden. No one had tended it for a long time. The soil had grown soft with leaves. The vines tangled themselves into knots, and small bright flowers bloomed through cracks in the stones, as if determined to be seen. It was not a perfect garden, not the kind you'd see in books, but it was alive. And in the center of it all was a weathered wooden bench, half covered in moss, waiting. Her name was Alyssa, and she came to the garden one late spring afternoon. She didn't arrive with any plan. She felt drawn there, carrying a little trowel and a quiet ache that words could not fix. It had been a long season of loss, the kind that leaves the air too still and the heart too heavy. The house behind her felt crowded with silence. So she came to the garden, unsure of what she was looking for. Perhaps only movement, or air, or something that still remembered how to grow. At first, Alyssa only stood there, taking it in, the faint hum of bees, the way the sunlight dappled through the branches, the smell of earth freshly warmed by the day. Then, slowly, she knelt by a patch of soil and began to clear the overgrowth, pulling away weeds and brittle stems. Her hands moved without thought. The earth gave easily, soft and damp, clinging gently to her fingers. As she worked, something unexpected happened. A small glint of light caught her eye. Beneath the roots of an old fern, Alyssa found a button carved from mother of pearl, smooth and faintly luminous. She turned it over in her palm. It was ordinary, and yet not. There was something about it that felt remembered. She placed it on the bench and kept working. Over the next few days, Alyssa returned to the garden again and again. Each visit felt like a quiet conversation, the kind without words. The wind would stir the leaves. The soil would yield another small, forgotten thing. An old key, a chipped teacup handle, a child's marble the color of the sea. Each object carried a whisper of a story, not clear, not detailed, but enough to stir something gentle in her chest. She began to line them up along the bench, brushing the dirt away, letting the sun touch them again. It was as though the garden itself was remembering. With each uncovered thing, a little more color returned to the world. The flowers grew brighter, the air lighter, the shadows softer. One evening, as dusk settled, Alyssa stayed longer than usual. The air was cool, and the first stars trembled faintly above the treetops. She sat on the bench, hands resting loosely in her lap, watching the fireflies emerge, small lights blinking in patient rhythm. The garden felt almost awake now, alive with quiet sound. She closed her eyes and listened. Beneath the hum of insects and the soft rustle of leaves, there was something deeper, the pulse of the earth, slow and kind. And in that stillness, a thought came, unbidden and clear. Everything forgotten still grows somewhere. Alyssa didn't know where the thought came from, whether it had belonged to her or the garden, but it settled warmly in her chest. She realized then that the things she had buried in memory, the faces, the moments, the words left unsaid, had not vanished. She had only gone to rest for a while, waiting for gentleness to call her back into light. She looked down at her hands, lined with earth, and smiled softly. Over the next weeks, small miracles began to unfold. Tiny shoots appeared where the soil had been disturbed. Delicate green fingers reaching from the earth, as if answering Alyssa's gentle touch. Flowers bloomed in unexpected colors, their petals richer and more vibrant than before, painting hidden corners of the garden in shades she'd never seen. A vine that had long ago withered began to climb again, curling around the fence with quiet determination, its leaves unfurling with promise and persistence, as though the garden itself remembered how to hope. Alyssa didn't try to control it. She only tended, watered, and watched. She moved through the garden each morning, her hands careful and deliberate, bringing comfort and calm to places that once felt forgotten. Sometimes, while she watered the flowers or loosened the earth, she would whisper to the plants, telling them stories she had no one else to share with. A childhood memory, the ghost of a kind word, a dream for the future. The garden became her confidant, absorbing each tale into its roots and branches. Other times, Alyssa would simply sit, letting the sounds of life fill the spaces where silence had been. The gentle hum of bees drifting from bloom to bloom, the distant chatter of a bird in the old oak, the faint music of raindrops lingering on leaves, each note a reassurance that things forgotten could be found again. Sometimes, as dusk settled and the first stars blinked into being, she would watch fireflies rise from the grass, their patient rhythm like a breath shared between her and the world. And always, the garden listened. In every quiet moment, Alyssa could sense the pulse of the earth, slow and kind, a presence that held her stories, her memories, and her hopes with unwavering gentleness. The garden had become more than a place. It was a living memory, healing itself and her, returning what had been lost to the light. Even on mornings when rain had washed the world clean and silver droplets clung to every petal and blade, the garden shimmered with possibility, a reminder that everything forgotten still grows, somewhere, waiting to be discovered anew. One morning, after a long night of rain, Alyssa stepped outside to find the air clear and fresh. The garden was again shimmering, small prisms catching the dawn. Something caught her eye near the old oak at the far corner, a faint shimmer of gold among the roots. Kneeling down, she brushed away the wet leaves and uncovered a locket, its metal dulled with age. She opened it gently. Inside was nothing but a faded imprint where a picture had once been. Still, her heart felt both happy and sad at the same time. Happy she had found such a treasure. Sad for the soul who had lost it so long ago. She held it for a moment, then placed it on the bench beside the other found things. The bench looked different now, not cluttered but curated by care. Each object, once lost, now belonged again. Alyssa smiled. The garden had become something more than a place. It was a memory of healing made real. That evening, as the sun set low, Alyssa sat once more on the bench. The air was thick with the aroma of jasmine and earth. Fireflies moved lazily in the growing dark. She took a long breath and felt the quiet settle through her, not empty, but whole. She thought about how easily things can be forgotten, dreams left unfinished, kindness not shared, moments that fade before we realize their worth. And yet, the world remembers. The soil remembers. The heart remembers. Nothing truly vanishes. It only waits to be tended once again. Alyssa rose and walked to the center of the garden, where a small patch of bare soil remained. She knelt, pressed her palm into the earth, and whispered, not words exactly, but gratitude. When she lifted her hand, a single green shoot had appeared where her palm had just been. She smiled through quiet tears, feeling the ache within her soften into peace. The garden breathed around her, a living thing, full and awake. And for the first time in a long while, so did she. That night, Alyssa slept with the window open. The scent of soil drifted in, mingling with the cool night air. In her dreams, the garden glowed softly, vines unfurling, flowers opening, forgotten things finding their place again. And in the distance, a voice like water and wind whispered, "Life remembers you too." The end. Take a deep breath and let the story settle softly inside you. Within each of us, there is a garden like this, a quiet place where forgotten things rest until we are ready to tend to them again. When we meet them with care instead of resistance, they begin to bloom in their own time, returning us to life in ways we can't always see. Tonight, As you drift toward rest, may your heart find its garden, the gentle place where healing begins, where forgiveness takes root, and where life, in its quiet wisdom, finds a way to grow again. Rest well, and let renewal find you in your dreams. Good night. As this episode comes to a gentle close, and the world outside grows quiet, may you find comfort within your own meditation nest. Let your mind settle softly. May tranquility wrap around you, inviting deep rest and serene dreams until dawn. If you'd like to help keep the meditation nest aglow, please consider buying me a cup of coffee by visiting ko-fi.com/BethPodcast. Every small kindness helps the light travel a little further. You can also access a free weekly blog on substack.com. Check the show notes for links. Until we meet again, rest in the quiet knowing that you are safely held by the night.